For today's review, we have set 76400 Hogwarts Carriage and Thestrals containing 121 pieces, retailing for $20 US and releasing in 2022. Now, if you want to purchase this set off of Bricklink, the average price new is going to be $24 US, and if you want to purchase it used, the average price is going to be $20 US. We get two minifigures in this set, starting with Harry Potter. He comes with a wand and a green apple. Then we have Luna Lovegood, who comes with a backpack on her side, a wand, and a 1x1 dark red tile piece, which is used to represent a small piece of meat that she throws to a baby Thestral. Removing their headpieces and turning the minifigures around, we can see that both minifigures have alternate faces, and Luna herself has shorter legs than Harry, but they are still movable. We do get two molded animals in this set, one being a baby Thestral and the other one being an adult Thestral, and my only complaint here is that we don't get a second build that covers the gap on the back of the adult Thestral. So here we have our only side build for this set, which is just a tree build. Now there is a couple of different colors in here. There's the dark orange in here, the brown, and then the dark brown as well. I do kind of wish they would have kept it with the just normal brown and dark brown. I feel like that would be more consistent of a tree color, but it's not too big of a deal. We also have a brick built mushroom down here, and then the use of green leaf elements at the top. Again, nothing crazy going on here, but it does its job of being a nice background build for this particular set. Finally, here we have the main set, which is the Thestral pulling the actual carriage. Now here's the complete full version of the Thestral. You can't really complete them without him being on the carriage because of the way that it's built, and you don't get any extra pieces to actually complete them off of the carriage. So he always has to be on the carriage to actually have him complete with his wings like this, unless you take some of your own parts and decide to kind of complete them out of those parts. But he is dragging the carriage, so you can pull the carriage with that, which is nice. The carriage also has two seats up here on the front, which I don't think is accurate to the actual movie, but it is nice that those are added up there. You also have some seating areas here in the back, nothing too crazy, so you can sit minifigures in here. So if I take, for example, our minifigure of Luna, which she does have a bag on her side, so it's a little bit harder to seat her properly, so you can see that it does rise up there a little bit because of the studs, but you can seat her there. And if we were to take Harry Potter as well, and let's just go ahead and put him beside her here, you see you can sit, two minifigures on each side, plus potentially two here, as long as they're not, colliding too much. You can definitely fit two more minifigures on the front, but they could have easily included one more minifigure to add on this side. In that specific scene, we have Ron, we have Hermione, or I believe Neville Longbottom as well. So they could have had one more minifigure in here to kind of make the scene more complete in that aspect. So that would have been nice, but we did not get that. So the last thing that I kind of want to talk about here is also this little Easter egg that they include in the set, which is this Quibbler, I guess it's a newspaper or magazine, but when you take a look at the scene in the movie where they meet Luna for the first time, she is reading some type of newspaper / magazine that says the Quibbler on it, and I just think that's a pretty cool Easter egg that they decided to include in this particular set here. And just to show a little bit more of the carriage, we do have this back area here as well, where you have steps on the back, which is nice. I always, like when sets include the illusion of minifigures being able to get up to a certain point. So this is nice. And then you have this little, door here that you can open, so the minifigures can walk in and sit down and then close the door behind them. So that's very nice. And then as for where the magazine can fit, you can put the magazine right here, right behind the carriage seats in the front, so that you don't lose it, and if you're not holding having Luna hold the magazine itself. So this is one place where you can put it, so it's a nice little spot where you can have the magazine. So again, here's everything you get in set 76400 Hogwarts Carriage and Thestrals containing 121 pieces, retailing for $20 US and releasing in 2022. Now, as always, the question is going to be, is the set worth the price? And I think that in this particular situation, that's not the case. If you want to talk about price per piece, then this set is coming at 0.165 cents per piece, or 16 cents per piece, which is a lot higher than it should be if you want to take that into consideration. Most people want the 10 cents per piece ratio on their sets, and this is not fitting that description. But for me, I always care about the end product, so let's go ahead and talk about the minifigures. In this case, I think that they are lacking at least 1 or 2 minifigures, mainly because they are trying to depict 2 different scenes. On one end, they're trying to depict the carriage scene where, Harry Potter meets Luna for the first time. And then in another scene, they're also trying to depict, when they're feeding the Thestrals out in the woods, and he's talking with Luna out there as well. So that's why the baby Thestral is included, and that's why there's, also the adult Thestral pulling the carriage, because it's 2 different scenes. The tree itself, can be a part of 2 different scenes, but the carriage is for one scene, and then the baby Thestral is for another scene. So they're depicting 2 different scenes. In that case, they should have at least included 1 more character, whether it's Ron, Hermione, or Neville Longbottom in that case, just to have more realism to one of the scenes as well. I think the set itself, at least the main part, is fine. The Thestrals are perfectly fine as me. The only issue really is, having a second build essentially that covers the gap on its back, so you could switch the wings to that part, and then you could have the Thestral on its own without the actual carriage. So that would have been nice. And the side build is okay, but I feel like the tree should have been a lot bigger, at least double the height that it is now. I just feel like it's very small. Overall, the set is still good, but I just think it's a little bit overpriced. It definitely shouldn't have been at the $20 range. I feel like maybe 15 would have made more sense, and just for the price per piece as well. Even at 15, it wouldn't have been at 10 cents per piece, but it would have made more sense for it to have been at 15 versus 20 in my opinion. Now that's going to conclude my review of set 76400 Hogwarts Carriage and Thestrals. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking the video, and if you are enjoying the content overall, consider subscribing. It is completely free and helps me out in the long run. Now as always, I will see you guys in my next video.